Hey water signs, welcome back to my channel. For this week's energy check-in, we're going to do things in a little different style. So we're going to start with the energy check-in with the tarot cards and oracle cards for messages and advice. But there's also going to be a second part, which is dedicated towards a connection. So yeah, I will put like the timestamp of like when the second reading will start in the description box too. But I just wanted to do a little something different this week because it is Valentine's Day week. People want to know something about a connection. So I wanted to do something different. So I'll explain the connection portion when I get to that reading. But let's look into your tarot cards to see where your energy's at this time. This could be for Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So please take what resonates and get rid of what does not as, oh, interesting. Yeah, this is a general reading. So yeah, let's take a look. All right. It's a very lovely energy right now. There may be... Ooh, okay. Yeah, I decided to draw a couple more just because this is more general for everybody. But checking in on my water signs, I mean, first of all, there's definitely a new start wanting to happen. With this Ten of Cups in reverse, I can kind of see a bit of a, I don't want to say like a defeated kind of an energy, but for some, this might feel like, oh, everyone's getting their Ten of Cups and I'm not feeling fulfilled. The Ten of Cups resembles emotional fulfillment and abundance. So this is very, in reverse, I kind of see it as like a lack thereof or a blockage towards emotional abundance. But the following cards are like the Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Fool. So I definitely see there is a bond of some sort that you or someone you have a soul connection with. The Lovers is also ruled by Gemini, so there could be Gemini energy here. The King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. There's a little bit of every sign here, but more notably since the major arcana are the Lovers and the Fool, they're both ruled by air signs. So there may be an air sign in mind, but I mean, this isn't even the love reading, but I do kind of sense, especially with the Lovers here, the Lovers is all about like duality, divine connection, partnerships, things like that. So I am already picking up sort of a love reading here. But with the Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands, this is also kind of like a partnership kind of, I mean, a king and a queen. Queen of Pentacles could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And with the Fool here, I feel like the Fool being at the end of this kind of gives me like a new start. Like you're wanting to start something new. I'm getting kind of like a revival of a connection that may have like started but left you feeling unfulfilled, or kind of wanting like a fresh, like breathe in fresh energy into a situation or a partnership that could potentially like turn this around. You know what I mean? Like, So that's what I'm seeing for energy. It's really interesting. I mean, the energy is looking really good right now. I'm like holding on to this for some reason. I was holding on to this while I was reading, but let me put them down. There is a feeling of abundance this week too. I feel like that there's like, I'm kind of getting, and I'm sorry, like I'm like my readings during retrograde is really interesting because I'm getting like really hazy in sometimes. And yeah, this video style kind of came out of nowhere, so please bear with me. But yeah, I kind of am getting a sense of For some, so I'm getting kind of like a split message. For some folks, like the energy right now that I'm picking up on is a bit like salty. It's a bit like, oh, I want a new start. I want a Queen of Pentacles, or I want a King of Wands. Like, it's kind of like searching for like a soulmate or partner, and it could very well be triggered due to Valentine's Day, or that feeling kind of circling the air, and it kind of like, on one hand, I feel there could sense like a bit of loneliness here. Like I said, there's like, with the 10 of Cups being in reverse, this could be a blockage to your emotional fulfillment. So that's one part. Another part is that there is a partnership here with a Queen of Pentacles, and this could be, I'm reading this as energy, so you could be a male Queen of Pentacles or a female King of Wands. So it's just like masculine and feminine energy, which whenever is more dominant. The Queen of Pentacles, she's really like materially abundant. She's super like, I mean, she's got her bag. And the King of Wands, he's like a planner, and it's interesting too, I'm also noticing the King of Wands has his eyes set on this Queen of Pentacles. So if you have some fire in your chart, I feel like maybe you're like having your eyes set on a person. Maybe you're like, I want to change this dynamic I have with this Queen of Pentacles and get into a loving partnership state so we can turn this around and start fresh. Because I'm seeing the reading going like this way and this way. So the spread is like feeling unfulfilled and wanting love to come in, but not really sure where to get, seeking a Queen or a King of Wands and starting something to change this. I mean, it kind of like feels going, it kind of feels like the similar idea, but going both ways. One is like, oh, you might be kind of not even thinking about a relationship, but maybe, emotional fulfillment hasn't been so easy coming. So you're just like, okay, just whatever. I'm gonna do my thing, pick my own roses, smell the flowers, smell the fresh air. And then suddenly there's like a King or Queen of Pentacles that are coming in and, flipping over this lack of emotional abundance. So please take it as it resonates. This is a very interesting energy, but I feel mostly uplifted. I do feel like an uplifting energy. With this 10 of Cups in reverse, I don't see it as like the worst thing. Especially with all these cards coming up, I do feel like a majority of the energy is like driven and like a very auspicious energy. But there is kind of a little inkling in the back of your head of some sort of emotional lack. Whether it be a romantic relationship, whether it's emotional fulfillment in regards to friendships or your family, there is kind of just like this little like tug. And it might be triggered, like I said, from this week. But let's look at your oracle cards to see what Spirit's advice for you for this week is. And then afterwards, we're going to look into the love reading. And that I'm going to do per sign. So it's going to, yeah. So like I said, I'm going to explain it as I before I start the second part of this reading. But yeah, I mean, the energy is already looking pretty, oh, look at that. Hope. See, I'm like getting like uplifted, like hopeful. So this, the week's energy, especially for all my water signs, like this, there could be like a sense of hope or a sense of renewal. Yeah. So let's look at this card. This says, hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. And see, that's kind of what I was getting. And it's, what's also really interesting is in both of these cards, there's a rainbow. So I do feel like there's a sense of hope when it comes to whether it is this Lover's card, whether it's creating your own abundance. If you are a Queen of Pentacles, if you have like, more fiery energies in your chart, I do see growth, like a new start or growth or a change of mindset, but very hopeful here. which is beautiful. I love that. And I feel like, especially with this bird here, there may be like a message of some sort. Maybe you're getting divine inspiration, because I'm seeing like the angel here, kind of like a winged spirit here, and then another winged spirit, like an animal, like a dove, but wings, maybe feathers. If you see feathers throughout the rest of the week, that could be a message for you. Pay attention, because I do see like, oh, and you know what's also interesting? There's this the fairy, and she's holding a rose, and the Fool is also holding a rose. So super cool. Wow. So having hope in a new beginning. And with like a possible, and I'm not, and of course, energy always shifts and changes, and, you know, we always have to look towards, you know, like I'm looking at this King of Wands, and the King of Wands is looking directly at the Queen of Pentacles, but the Queen of Pentacles is looking directly at her bag. So as much as maybe this King of Wands energy wants to, like, has his eyes set on her, or, you know, or her on him, I feel like we also can't expect, I feel like it's like expecting them to like turn around. But also I'm kind of getting, but I'm feeling more of a hopeful energy with this group, which is beautiful. I love that. Let's look at the little notes from the universe on love and connection. Perfect. Let's see what the message for water signs would be for this energy check-in. Yeah, it looks really, really it looks really like positive, and like, and I'm definitely not one to be, you know, dwell on what, look at that. Like, see, it's kind of like, have hope, have faith, like have faith that things are coming together for you, and this emotional like fulfillment will come. And I do have to know, it may not come in the form that you think it will come, though. I feel like that's the message. Like I said, like he's looking at her, but she's looking at her like pentacle. So I feel like it's kind of setting your sights on higher. Like, look at both of these this gives me like the full energy now. Like looking up to the sky, trusting spirit, that spirit will bring you this emotional abundance. See, dwell on what you love. What is it that you love? Maybe it's not the person, it's the feeling of being loved, the feeling of feeling appreciated, and, you know, that energy. It may not be a specific person, but having faith that this energy will come to you. And let's read the back. This says, asking someone to change is like pruning a tree. Neither will ever be the same again. Scarier still is that you can't quite know in what new directions they'll grow. I wouldn't change a leaf on you, the universe. Isn't that really interesting? Like I said, and I didn't even read this yet, but it's kind of like, you know, having hope that this new beginning, that you will find, you know, that this partnership is very possible, and, you know, finding a potential partner, you know, a future like this, emotional fulfillment, having a family with kids, you know, set your sights on that future. Set your sights on that, you know, that kind of end goal feeling. What is that feeling? You feel safe, you feel abundant, you feel like you were connected with someone. Like I said, it may not be a specific person, but, you know, having hope that it can happen for you, and the universe will respond. That's really interesting. I love it. This looks really good. Like, especially with all these synchronicities, I'm seeing like, you know, fulfillment and hope. The lovers here. See, there's like the rainbow here. There's the winged creature here. There's the rose here. And I feel like, so it just depends on, you know, allowing yourself to invite this new energy. This Fool card, this new beginning starts with you, and starts with your mentality and your mindset. So, yeah. It looks really good. Your energy is looking really nice. I know that this retrograde is kind of messing with a lot of us, but we also do have a a new moon in Aquarius, I believe. A new moon, yeah, I think so. I may be wrong. I'm sorry. Please do not quote me. But we do have a new moon on the 11th, which typically we don't recommend manifesting on or setting new intentions, especially during a retrograde. But I feel like you can set an intention for like a broader intention, you know what I mean? Instead of like being super specific, because there could be a lot of, especially with retrograde, there's a lot of miscommunications. So, and it's so funny because I saw a video and this person was like, when you ask the universe to, you know, I just want a new job, and Spirit's like, okay, we're just gonna burn your house down and destroy your relationship because that's the fastest way to get you to a new job. So it's kind of like, okay, maybe not, don't be super specific for this, you know, new moon, but also you can say, I set the intention for love, for feeling abundant. Now, again, whatever form that may be in may be different. So I would look up how to manifest this, especially during this new moon, because yeah, there could be some lag, some weirdness going on with the retrograde. So I would personally dive a little deeper into, kind of do's and don'ts during a retrograde, because I'm not a professional in that aspect. I like it and I see it in like my feed and everywhere, and I'll take note, but I just don't remember. But yeah, so this is what I'm getting for you at this time, water signs. Your energy is looking really hopeful, looking really good. Please keep up the good work. If you're in this like hopeful energy, like keep going, because I feel like this is the energy. Spirit is like, yes, I'm getting a heavy confirmation on this energy. Like if you stay in this constant state of wonder and, fulfillment, the King of Wands also is very inspirational, very passionate kind of an energy. And if you stay, also the Queen of Pentacles is very stable, very practical, very nurturing. Like this will definitely help the shift of this blockage. So yeah, let's move on to the next portion of the reading. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove all of this. And so yeah, so we're going to do, I decided to just do this on camera because why not? Single takes, you know what I'm saying? If you decide to skip over, then I'll leave like the timestamps down below of like when it actually starts, but I'm like, why not? I'm like super groggy, and I was like, maybe I just won't do any for this whole week, but I was like, maybe I'll feel like doing it tomorrow, and if I can be one thing, I'll be consistent. So we're gonna start with Cancer, and the way that I am setting up this format, we're using different cards. I've decided I wanted to use the Light Seeress Tarot today, so also I keep all of my cards in their box. It feels like their home, so I don't want to expose them to the elements. So I do keep them in the box. The things you take care of you. So there's that. We're gonna look into the tarot cards, but first, okay, yeah. Let's see. Sorry, Cancers. This first one is gonna be take some time. But let's see. Sorry, a bunch of cards just fell on the floor. First, I want to look at, this is going to be like person A, person B, and like the connection, right? So I'm not going to specify this is your energy, this is their energy. So you just pick whichever one resonates with you. I feel like that way it gives a lot more, it opens the gate of possibility here, because yeah, that's how I want to do it. So we're going to look into the Moonology deck first, and I'm going to get a card to represent both a person's A's energy at this time and person's B's energy at this time, and then we're going to go with the tarot to go, basically specify their energy, specify the connecting energies, and then we're gonna get some advice for it. Okay? Does that sound good? I mean, I hope so, but I can't hear you deny me, so, just buckle up, sweetie. I'm sorry. Please excuse me. It's been a long day, and honestly, I do love reading tarot, so this is like my break from life and from the world. So I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. So, for this, let's get started. Because I had to like unbox everything. I probably should have done that earlier, but too bad. So this is the start for all the Cancers out there. If you're a Cancer, if you're a water sign, maybe there's a connection here that resonates with you, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, because the Venus is a planet of love. So let's see. Let's look at person A. Let's see. Oop, cannot do that. Okay, we're just gonna pick one. Person A. This is person A. Ooh, fixed moon. So honestly, I'm kind of getting already like a fixed sign on this side of the person A. Fixed signs could be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. So I have like the big eyes, like side eye emoji. And this is for person B. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So person A could have fixed, be a fixed sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So they could be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. And then this is also Aquarius. So maybe if you like highlight Aquarius energy, but show the world the real you. Let's look at the tarot cards now. That's interesting. So person A, I'm kind of getting like, hold your vision. And maybe this has to do with the last. So maybe this is you, Cancers, because during the water sign reading, I was looking at, the possibility of, hey, keep going, have hope, have faith that, your 10 of cups is coming, that your emotional fulfillment is coming. So I do definitely see this as being maybe more of your energy with, holding your vision of, the future, holding the vision of what you want, what you truly, truly want. And with the full moon in Aquarius, I'm getting an energy of like, I don't want to say suppressed, but, and maybe they're having like, they have some real feelings for you, because Aquarius is the water bearer. And when I see this image, she's pouring out the water, which water represents emotion and, so pouring out the emotions. And I feel like they're a little shy. So if that sounds like your person, this is definitely your connection here. Or this could definitely potentially be your connection. But yeah, they feel like they've been shut out for a while. Maybe they've had to wear a mask because they weren't able to show who they are because they, fear of judgment. Maybe it's, societal constructs. Maybe it's parental, growing up in a home where, if you try to, very controlling home of like, you can't be your authentic self because that's either puts shame on the family or it's, it doesn't fit with our traditions, things like that. And I feel like this person B, is like really wanting to pour it out, like pour out their emotions. And I'm getting like a little emotional. Like they've been holding it in for a while. And if they're an Aquarius, if you know an Aquarius, or if this person is Aquarius, maybe that, oh my gosh, like they just have so much they want to say to you. And maybe it's like, they just have so much that they're holding in. And I feel like that base is super heavy now. And I feel like and it may be about, you and like, again, this is like the connection reading, right? So maybe they have so many feelings that they want to say, but they just haven't either had the right time or, show the world the real you. This is maybe, baby spirit is helping them push. Because Aquarius is too, they often are very, and the fixed energy, right? They're very stubborn in the way that they show emotion. Some people look at Aquariuses as like very stone-faced, very like emotionless, very cold. But it's just because they're holding so much in. They're like a sponge. They're just retaining a lot of, they're like a vase, right? The sponge you can squeeze out pretty easily, but a vase, they just hold the water and they just hold it until they can't anymore. And then it just, whatever fills up overflows. Until that person decides to dump out all the emotion, it'll just kind of fill up. And so they can be in this place of like overflow of emotions for a little bit before they decide to dump it all out. You know what I mean? So very interesting energies. Ooh. Again, this is still a general reading. This is a general love reading. But please take what resonates and leave the rest. So we're going to look into your tarot cards now to look at, let's look at person's A's. Let's clarify person A's energy towards this connection, this particular connection. What is the energy? So we have, ooh, the Six of Wands, the Five of Swords. So I do see a bit of a conflicting energy. Okay, I wanted to do it like this. And then one final card. This one. The Chariot. Okay. So first of all, I'm getting person A like really wants to come forward and really wants to like get things rolling. With the Chariot is all about action and movement, and the Six of Wands is like a very victorious energy, kind of like being recognized for doing something great in the spotlight. But there's something holding you back, and it may be the fact that this person B isn't telling you their emotions, so you're restraining yourself. The Five of excuse me. The Five of Swords is a very like tension, like conflict, and I feel like there could be some inner turmoil here in regards to this connection, because it's I kind of am getting like, you're ready to go, like let's just get married. Or at least you want to see some progression. But let's look at, before I judge too quickly, let's look at person B's energy as well. Person B. I feel like this one just wanted to come out. Okay. We have the Three of Wands. Let's see, Three of Wands is a planner. Very expansive. Definitely more pondering than action-oriented. Even though fire is very action... Oh, see? Hermit. Hermit, they're in hermit mode. They're contemplating. Look, this one... They kind of look like the same person. So maybe if they have, like, blonde hair... That's very interesting. Like, very long blonde hair. At least hair that's long enough to tie in a ponytail. Because look, even the Aquarius, like, long hair. Let's see. One more card. Okay. This Page of Swords. See, Page of Swords, very contemplating. Oh my gosh, this is... Yeah, they're in heavy, heavy contemplation mode. Like, if you look, like... She's got her eyes set on the horizon. The Hermit's all about looking at personal truth. The Page of Swords is definitely, she's reading, so she might be, you know, looking into how to show the world the real them in order to move this connection forward. That, I feel like this person B is definitely in hermit mode, heavy. And it's interesting because I see like the Chariot versus the Hermit, right? These two being like the two major arcanas in this connection. Like the Chariot is like action, move forward, you know, ready to go. Like they're, I mean, charging forward, you know. And the Hermit's like, no, just kind of sitting with themselves, very to themselves. So if this doesn't sound like your connection, I feel like this is really specific, and all the cards that are coming out are like very, yeah, this is a pretty specific message. So if this does not resonate with you, please feel free to not take it. Because I'm not picking up anything else really. Like the Five of Swords here being in this side is like, you're trying to hold on, you're trying to have hope, you're trying to have faith that this connection can come together. But, you know, there is a bit of you like kind of in your head a bit like, oh, is this even worth it? Should I just release myself and just like walk towards a different direction. There's a bit of tension here. And maybe, you know, it hasn't been like said, you know, that you're feeling this way because you don't want this person to know, maybe, because they're not showing you. So I feel like there's kind of that, you know, if you're not showing me your authentic self, I don't want to show you my authentic self. That kind of, but like it hold your vision in your visions, in your brain. You're like, we're successful, we're moving forward. So let's look at the connecting energies. I don't want to be too long because, you know. Let's look at the connecting energies. Ooh, see? The moon, hidden emotions. And what's even more interesting is the Chariot has a black and white horse, and then the moon card has a black and white wolf. So there is a need for balance within this connection, especially since this person B is in heavy, heavy contemplation mode, and this person is in heavy, heavy go-go mode. There needs to be like a, you know, a little bit of person A in person B and a little person B in person A. And honestly, if they're not willing to, I feel like they're, you know, give them the space they need to figure it. Because I feel like this showing the world, because it's showing the world, I feel like it's not directed towards you specifically, like why they're like maybe not exactly coming forward really quickly. I feel like they're just trying to, like, you know, gain some clarity and get some like better insight. Let's look at another one. But I feel like the moon is, I mean, pretty significant. You know what is also interesting? That I'm picking this up heavy. So the moon is card number 18 in tarot. 8 minus 1 is 7, which is a Chariot. 8 plus 1 is the 9, which is the Hermit. So yeah, like definitely very like a lot of synchronicity here. Do I even need to take out another one? Yeah, we'll do the same 3. I mean, Spirit's not even, yeah, I'm getting chills, so I feel like I don't need to, I'm not even going to take it, because I'm sorry. See, and I was like, okay, let me just look at the back of the deck. Look at that, the sun. Like, in order to progress forward, we need to have this sort of, like, we need to be in the in the energy of the sun rather than the moon. The sun is like all exposing, very shoot for the sun. Or isn't there like a song that's like something for the sun? I don't remember the song at the top of my head, but I feel like there's a bit of a hidden emotion between both parties, especially with the moon being here. It's like, you know, one needs to express their feelings more, and one maybe needs to express their feelings, but not in such a charged way, or not expecting to be in the spotlight. I also am getting like, you know, it's kind of this, we're going to be victorious, but at the end of the day too, there is free will in this whole connection, whether it's on your side or their side. Them not wanting to come forward at this time also is probably for your benefit, because, you know, for them to actually be in this hermit mode takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to go deeper within and contemplate and really find their personal truth. And I feel like, and I'm kind of getting this from the horses, like you can take the horse to the river, but you can't make it drink. And I feel like by trying to maybe force the situation, it's only driving a further wedge between you, because it also makes that person B, feel like they have to suppress their emotions even further, or they can't express themselves like how they truly feel towards you, because then it might be taken the wrong way, or you know what I mean? Like there's definitely, I feel like, an imbalance here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take, the more I'm looking at this, I'm like, I feel awful. Let's take one more card. It's just, okay. See, the 6 of Cups, like, oh, that's beautiful. Okay, see, the 6 of Cups is a very balanced number, and it's also all about unconditional love too, because if you think about it, the puppy does nothing for the baby, and the baby does nothing for the puppy, but they grow together, and they figure each other's, they're like, this is an unconditional love. And I feel like too, with the water sign reading, like the check-in, if that reading resonated with you, there needs to be a sense of unconditional love here for both parties, whether you're person B or you're person A. If you're person A, it's to give a bit of understanding to why this person may feel like they can't show the world their real selves. And also, you know, person B, if you're person B, to show some compassion towards person A and show a little bit of yourself so they don't feel like they have to be all in their heads. Or, you know, there's a sense of like equal give and take that needs to happen in this connection. And you could also feel free to just cut this person off. If you feel like you're in a very detrimental state, if you're in this Five of Swords energy and you're like, oh my God, like just, and they're stopping you from your growth, or you feel like you can't move on because of them, or, you know, you can't feel like your life is over because, or, you know, that kind of like very like stuck energy. Like if you're like lying in bed, if you're becoming depressed because of waiting for this person or things like that, if this person no longer motivates you to feel like successful or feel inspired or feel like, you know, then maybe it's time for you to take a step back. But on the other hand, I am seeing that like there is hidden feelings for both parties. Whether you're person A, you have feelings for person B. Person A, you have feelings for person B, and person B, you have feelings, hidden emotions for person A. This seems like very mutual, like unconditional love. Whether you want it or not, that is all on your free will. That is all up to you. And this reading is taking a little bit long, so we're gonna get into your oracle cards to get your, where is my, oh, it's right here. Oof, okay, let's see where we're at in time-wise. Oh, my lord. Okay, this might be a little long, but okay. Let's see. This is how we do it. What's the advice for this connection? What is the advice Spirit has for this connection? Intention. Wow, I feel like that's what I feel like said that during the check-in reading, so I really hope that check-in reading like resonates to some degree. But this says intention is, let's like zoom that in, y'all. So it says intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. And see, I like, it's interesting because the intention is like really important in regards to this connection too. What is your intention for wanting this connection to move forward so quickly? That, if you are person A. And for person B, it's like, what is stopping you from showing the world and this person the real you, right? The intention behind these hidden emotions. The intention, like, is it out of an unconditional love? Did you want to move, if you're person A, did you want to move forward because you don't want to be alone? Or, you know, you're afraid of loneliness? Is it out of codependency reasons, or is it because you truly have unconditional love for them? And having unconditional love is also doing what's best for them as well, giving them space to contemplate and heal and seek their personal truth. Whereas if you're person B, you know, out of unconditional love, would they judge you if you asked them to give you some more time? Or, you know, showed a little bit of yourself to them? Showed, you know, the real you, not the one that, you know, the world perceives you as, right? What is the intention? And I feel, oh, that's really interesting. Let's look into the last deck, and we're going to end the reading for Cancers here because we have 2 more to go. So I didn't expect this to, I mean, this is a special week, so I'm actually having a ton of fun here. And I really hope that you guys also enjoy. But we're going to look into the Animal Spirit deck and see. So let's see, Animal Spirit deck. What is the final? Okay, we're going to pull 1 card for person A and 1 card for person B. So depending on who you are, what animal spirit has advice for person A? Wow, Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Number 64, which is number 10, which is the number of completion and the end of cycles. You could be seeing 1010 on your clock. You could be seeing, you know, the number 10 or the number 6 and the number 4. But again, yeah, sometimes life stings. And I am kind of coinciding this with the Five of Swords card. And I feel like you're holding on to this vision. And like I said in the check-in reading, like, and I'm kind of feeling this for, oh my gosh, so me talking for the past however long, I didn't realize that my camera stops at a certain time when I'm recording in iMovie. So duly noted. Thank you, Spirit. Look, retrograde, right? But I was talking about how Wasp Spirit and this person A may have some similarities to, I'm kind of drawing Cancer sign, if you're a Cancer, to person A. That may not be the case, but I feel like this definitely resonates with the check-in reading, which is why I'm coinciding it that way. However, if you are person B, then yeah, you're person B, and please take what resonates there. I'll just keep it short, I guess, because I went on a whole spree on Wolf Spirit came out for person B, and I already forgot what I said. I was just channeling and channeling and channeling, and I didn't realize until I finished and I checked, because I record everything on my phone, that it did not even record. So, okay. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Cancers. You are my guinea pig. But I'm gonna read for Wasp Spirit and Wolf Spirit from the book. And yeah, we're gonna just end the reading there. But for for Wasp Spirit, I'm gonna have to say that 5 times fast. So it says, not all that spirit creates in nature is easy to love, but when we look through the eyes of Wasp Spirit, we recognize that even though sometimes life stings, there is a purpose for pain, just as there is a purpose for wasps in the natural world. Wasps keep insect populations down, support the growth of plants, so too, the sting of life may hurt, and you may feel deeply disappointed or even resentful that Wasp Spirit has shown up. But you will soon come to see that Spirit has something wonderful in store for you. You may come to realize that being stung led to something far better than you had envisioned for yourself. Perhaps behind the scenes, Wasp Spirit was conspiring with Spirit to ensure that you could grow something of value to you. Spirit has a plan, and Wasp Spirit plays a part. Have you ever looked back and been glad your prayers weren't answered because the path you took led to something far better? Wasp Spirit is a reminder to reflect on those times, and for today's sting may hurt, but something better awaits you. So yeah, I was just saying, before I got cut off, rudely interrupted, thanks Mercury, that wasps get such a bad rep, but they do hold a purpose in this world and in the natural world, and I just explained it to you, and I'm not going to read that again. But I feel like too, you should definitely not hold your disappointment solely on this connection, right? To see, your victories and recognize yourself for coming as far and holding on to your vision as long as you have and continuing to hold on to that vision. Like I said in the check-in, sometimes the vision may not be exactly, the outcome might not be exactly as you visioned it, but it could be far greater and you'll still feel as victorious, as, accomplished as if it were to be with person B in this case, maybe. And in this imagery, there's I'm not gonna hold this up, but there's, a lot of people in the crowd, but they're kind of like outlines. So I kind of get you don't need a crowd to feel victorious. You don't need a crowd. You don't need a standing ovation to feel powerful, to feel like you've accomplished something. You can definitely do this all on your own, in the comfort of your own home, in the comfort of your own mind, and recognize that even holding on to the vision and holding on to it and having hope that dreams are possible is such an accomplishment in and of itself, especially when you've been, through the ringer time and time again, and you've been tested time and time again. Holding on to that vision is such a powerful thing. So let's look into the Wolf Spirit, and then we're going to end the reading because the Spirit's mad at me for talking too much. And it says, Wolf Spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets of your life. Can you sense her beckoning to you to follow, asking you to take all you have learned and all you are learning and make it yours? Can you integrate it all into your body, mind, and spirit? Whatever lessons you learned along the way, do not leave them unexamined. Be loyal to your dreams, to your soul, and to turning knowledge into wisdom and experience into magic. You are the one you have been waiting for. Be still and know that the sound of your heart beats in harmony with the whole world. The appearance of wolf spirit is an auspicious omen that says you are truly in alignment with your destiny. So I feel like for person B, like you have come a long way. And I was like going on and on about wolf spirit that, you know, in the past, maybe the wolf pack experience wasn't your thing. And maybe you couldn't feel like you were the real you. So you had to go off and become a lone wolf to some extent. And in that experience, you've gained so much more knowledge. You've added tools to your toolbox. But not using those toolbox can also make those tools kind of go to waste, right? And I feel like you've learned so much in your time. And I feel like this is Spirit's call to you, person B, to start using those tools, apply those tools, and show person A all that you've learned, right? With the best of intentions, show this connection, all the wisdom that you've gained. Because there is a love here. There is definitely a connection here, especially with, you know, the moon here. There's hidden emotions and the Six of Cups coming out. I definitely see this as like a connection of unconditional love, at least a loving connection. And so I definitely feel like there is a need for person A to kind of take a step back, understand that there is a purpose to the pain, and there's a purpose why this person B may not be exactly just rushing in to reach out, because they're not ready to, because they're still trying to figure out how to turn all this knowledge into action, into inspired action that doesn't burn you as well. You know what I mean? Like, what if they weren't, because I do see this kind of, they're walking on a blade here. And I kind of feel like maybe if they kind of rushed in too quickly, that it'll end up being a double-edged sword and they're just running, like, and that they'll burn this connection in the process. But for person B as well, like, you know, and I'm not saying for person A to wait on this person, but just, you know, having a mutual understanding of where each other is at. And like I said in the beginning too, that there is a need to bring a little bit of both energies into the connection, right? But at the end of the day, this is all energy, and energy always changes, and we always have to consider free will. You know, person B may just very well enjoy that lone wolf life. Person A may very well decide to move on. And that all depends on how you feel. But at the end of the day, if there is love in this connection, unconditional love is loving without expectation. Whether this person shows up or not, the intention is still, you want them to grow. You want them to be happy, right? So that's where I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading. Thank you so much for watching. Cancers, if you watched all the way through, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments what you think about this style of reading, if I should continue this on its own, or I don't know. I kind of like this, so maybe I will do this from time to time. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next water sign. Take care, Cancers. Bye. Hey, Scorpio. Welcome to your love reading. So the way this is gonna work, I said this like during my long ass intro before the Cancer sign reading, but we're going to look at the energy of a connection, whether it's a love connection, whatever connection, a connection between two people. So this side is going to be person A, this side is going to be person B, and we're going to look at oracle cards and the tarot for clarifiers and then additional messages. So yeah, stay tuned. I didn't want to specify which side is you, whether you are person A or person B. I will leave that up to you and your intuition. But this is still a general reading, so please take what resonates. And so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to use the Moonology Oracle deck first to see what the energy, like the leading energy for both people are like. So what does person A's energy in this connection look like at this time? So person A has looked at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So if there is Sagittarius in person A's chart, that may be that person. Let's see, person B. What is person B's energy? Person B's energy. There we go. Whoa, look at that. Double Sagittarius. And that one flipped over. So we have a full moon and a new moon. So I definitely see a duality here when it comes to when it comes to this connection, especially. The new moon in Sagittarius is the exact opposite of the full moon in Sagittarius. So there may be some heavy fire signs with person A and person B. There also just may be some heavy like passion in this connection. I mean, I would not doubt that because Scorpios are also very, very sensual, very, very passionate people. People tend to think Scorpios as the fiery water sign, the fieriest water sign. So person A or person B. But I see person A as needing to look at the bigger picture. Maybe there's something in this connection that they're not aware of, or that, you know, is currently, I feel like there's a block with person A. And with person B, luck is on your side. I feel like maybe person B is feeling a little more luckier, but I also can see this person B as feeling like they've been down on their luck when it comes to this connection. That maybe they don't exactly have a direction to go. Because I see, if you look at both of these images, right? Person A, that arrow, this like bow and arrow is on the moon. It's like directly, it's there. It's like, but I kind of am getting like you're looking too much at the little details to not see the big picture, right? It's not covering the moon. It's like at like a small part of the moon. So there's that. And then the new moon, like the arrow, the bow and arrow is kind of aiming towards the new moon. But the new moon is also just like kind of the unknown, kind of just darkness, right? So there is like, I'm getting like, you will hit your mark, person B, but you gotta have some faith. I feel like person B needs some faith. Person A needs to look at the bigger picture. But we're going to look at the connection, right? So take it as it resonates, whoever you are, whether you are person A or B. But let's clarify person A's energy. What is person A's energy? I'm using the Light Seers deck for this because I don't know. Felt right. The feeling, right? Intuition. What is person A's energy? Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. So person A may have an offer for person B, or may want to have an offer for person B. King of Pentacles in reverse. And another final energy for person A. The King of Wands. So I feel like, okay, the first message I was definitely getting with person A is one-track mind. And I definitely am kind of feeling like if person A definitely has like a vision and has like their eyes set on person B and may want to offer something tangible, like have like a commitment of like, because pentacles often represent like stability and practical things, something tangible. So it's not like offering a cup of love, right? It's not like, oh, here's my energetic love. It's like, no, I want commitment. I want this, I want that. But with the King of Pentacles in reverse, I am definitely getting a sense of instability here. Maybe not like looking at the entire picture, just looking at part of it when it comes to person B. Because this is the connection reading. So just in terms of person B, they're seeing that they may lack stability to come forward with this offer. As much as they have this King of Wands here, this King of Wands is like passionate. I mean, look at those eyes, right? Very intense, very direct, looking into your soul. Like, and with the lion here in the back, I do see that, you know, resembling like the Strength card as well. And I feel like they want to do this. Like I'm getting like, they want to bring this offer. They just want to like come in and, you know, present to you this commitment, but there's something blocking them with this King of Pentacles in reverse. And maybe it may have to do with finances. Maybe they're not exactly in the best place financially. So like it's difficult for them to come forward with something tangible if they don't have anything tangible to offer. You know what I mean? But they do have a passion here for you. So I don't even know if you're person B. I just say for you, but for person B, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. But it's interesting because for the Cancer signs, I saw pilot like person A as them, and I was like, oh no, that's not. This is supposed to be like neutral, whoever you are, whether you are person A or person B. You may be person A, and maybe you have the hots for person B, but you know, there's kind of like, and see, looking at the bigger picture, it's not just looking at the passion that you have for this person. It could also be looking at, you know, just is commitment of this sort possible for you tangibly? Is it practically of like, you know, maybe there's a, you know, a distance between you two, because I do see the Sagittarius is like the bow and arrow, right? So it's like trying to shoot for something at a distance. So maybe there's a long distance blockage here. Maybe you're in separation of some sort, or maybe it's just a need to look at more than just passion, more than just like this fieriness and seeking like the spontaneity. Because the King of Pentacles is super stable. He's like grounded, like knows what's what, like stable. And I feel like with the King of Pentacles in reverse, maybe they're not feeling super stable yet. But let's not get ahead of myself, and let's look into your, see, I'm saying your person B's. What is person B's energy towards person A? Oh, okay. I'm gonna get this one because that came out, and yeah. What is person? So person B is taking some rest with the Four of Swords here, and I feel like maybe you're trying to take a break from thinking about the connection, which is really interesting because if you look at, there's like a heart here, and the heart has its string, and it's kind of like right over your head, this connective string. And I feel like maybe, you know, you're trying to sleep away the idea of this connection, because when you wake up, this person is all you're thinking about, person A. But let's take a look at more of your energy. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, look at that. So, and maybe person B is trying to come up with a plan to get to person A. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is all about strategy, very like practical planning, always like thinking 3 steps ahead, like, or I'm forgetting 1 to the 6 steps ahead. And then the Ten of Swords, okay. And maybe, you know, this whole like having the, like, I'm getting like tugging on your heartstrings. Like this person A is tugging on person B's heartstrings. And maybe it's needing, Spirit is like asking you to take a break from it. And maybe there's been a feeling of loss. Because the Four of Swords is rest. Ten of Swords is like rock bottom. Kind of almost resembles the Death card. But I don't see like the connection that has ended. But I feel like maybe you felt defeated when it comes to this connection. Person B, not you, if you're whoever you are. But person B has this feeling like they're almost ready to walk away, but not quite yet. Because I feel like with this, and I'm really heavily looking at the imagery, like, you know, I feel like this person is like almost ready to step forward, but they're hesitant. Person B is like hesitant to step into a different direction. And it's especially in this spread, the Ten of Swords, this person is looking to step away from person A, right? If you're looking directly at this picture, they're looking to the right. So I feel like they're kind of like wondering which direction to take. So let's look at the connecting energies. Originally, I was thinking of doing this whole video in one take until during the Cancer reading, it got cut off. And I was like, okay, just kidding. I get the message, Spirit. Ooh, so 3 of Pentacles and 1 more. So there is a need for collaboration. when it comes to this connection. The Three of Pentacles is teamwork. And the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a very like young mindset, when it like almost young to the point of naivety, almost to the point of, because there's a picture of like a pig with wings, so it's like when pigs fly. And I feel like maybe for person B is kind of like, oh my god, person A is just way too good for me. Look, they're a whole king, whereas I'm just like a Knight of Pentacles here, and I'm just trying to figure things out as I go. You know, this person liking me and wanting this connection with me is almost, it's like it'll only happen when pigs fly, and I'm way in over my head. And maybe I feel like that is the same energy I'm getting for both parties. Person A is like, oh my gosh, person B is walking away from me. They're like sleeping on me, and like they're like I feel heavy like walking away from them because I'm not stable yet, because I haven't come forward with this offer yet. So I feel like in order for this connection, like in between, to come together, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more faith. Also, just realistically speaking, there is this Three of Pentacles here too, which talks about collaboration and teamwork and seeing where both parties can weave this connection together. But it has to take both parties. Like, maybe person B is sick and tired of person A not looking at the bigger picture, or maybe seeing too much of what they lack instead of the amount of strength that they have to chase this connection. And maybe person B is not seeing that person A is not seeing that person B is actually trying to look for a plan and to like pursue this connection. I am also kind of getting that person B may be they're hesitant, but they're like, okay, trying to distract themselves and go away from this connection. So there may be a need, if both parties want to keep this connection going, there will be some teamwork and collaboration. And a need to come down to earth and realize that this connection is possible. The Page of Cups is also a very loving card. It's a very like, you know, oh, like I just want to offer you love. I just want to wine and dine you. It's kind of like that puppy love almost. And I feel like there is a need to bring a little bit of that energy into this connection. Maybe things have gotten a little bit too serious, so the pain is extra real. The pain, like, and needing to like take a break from this connection has been it's been triggering on both sides. I am saying that. But let's look at your oracle cards to see what the advice for this connection is. What is the advice for this connection for Scorpio? So yeah, I mean, whether you're person A or person B, and like I've said in the last reading, there is free will to consider. So whether, even if you want this connection, they may not want it either because they don't feel like they're stable enough. Whereas person A may not want, or maybe person B no longer wants person A because they want to walk away from it, or it's tugging at their heartstrings too much and it's causing a lot of pain. So please take that as it resonates. So yeah. Let's see. What is the advice that Spirit has for this connection? And also, there's courage. I love that this came out. So this says, divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it. Don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and will. So what I was getting in relation to this courage card is that, you know, for person A needs to find the courage to recognize their true power. Look at the bigger picture than just material, what you have materially. That you do have something to offer. That your roots are getting grounded. And that a potential with this person B is possible. You just really need to step into your power. Look at the bigger picture and take that courage to go after this person. With person B, you need courage in order to either stay strong and, you know, keep going, work together on this connection. Maybe this person is just, they are chasing you, or there is contact here. I don't see a separation of any kind really, but have that courage to show this person that their true power, or have the courage to walk away. That is, and that message right there is very circumstantial, depending on your relationship, depending on this connection, the state of the connection. You don't have to wait. And that's where this courage is too, is to keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. Whether you are in this connection or not. And I mean, and I don't mean it like you have to cut them off cold turkey, like never ever speak to them again, but maybe cut them off in the sense of, you know, waiting, daydreaming about them, waiting for them to come, not moving forward, being that hesitant, because this is still a desert. If you like look at this picture, if you just stand there and wait for this person, you're in the middle of the desert, you're not going to eat anything. Where are you going to go to the bathroom? You know? And also this Knight of Pentacles, it's like walking away, walking towards calmer waters. That all takes courage, and courage is definitely needed. Looking at the bigger picture, luck is on your side. Whatever direction you take, I feel like luck is on your side for person B. So let's look at the final oracle cards. So this is the Spirit Animal Oracle, and I'm going to pull one for person A for their advice on how to gain this courage, and then for person B for their side, person B. So person A, what spirit animal is calling for person A at this time for this connection? What is person A's spirit animal at this time? White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic, number 66. It's really interesting because 66 is also a very divine number. It's a very balanced number. And White Raven, it says trust in the magic. So trusting in the magic, it's like the same, it's almost very similar to looking at the bigger picture. And let's look at person B. What spirit animal is with person B, calling to person B at this time? What spirit animal is calling to person B? And I kind of do want to go into the book for the message because they write it so well. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours, number 16, which reduces to the number 7, which to me represents like divine change, which is super cool because, I mean, I feel like there is a diversion here. There's like, I'm also kind of getting like a runner-chaser dynamic, depending on how you view relationships. I don't want to like put labels on anything, but this connection, I mean, seeing has like three different images of the people are all looking away from person A at this time. Maybe there is a distraction of some sort. Maybe you're actually really getting called to remove yourself from this situation for now, for the time being. Or maybe they're not coming forward and you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? You know? So let's look at number 66. Yeah, I'm reading the book because I read the book in the last one, so why not? This says, nothing in the universe is random, for the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning, and White Raven Spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance in a pattern, participating in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. It says, align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see that White Raven is guiding you, an ally to you and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light, and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in ways the eye can't always see and the mind can't always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you the magic and miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere and in all things. Pay attention to how things come together, as if by magic, and you will see the hand of Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. So yeah, literally I said it was like, it kind of gave me the idea of this look at the bigger picture. And yeah, the Spirit is definitely confirming trust in the power that you possess, trust in the co-creation that you can offer. You have so much to offer. You just need to have the courage to believe in yourself as well. So let's look at the Coyote Spirit. It's number 16 in the book. It says, do you find that you are being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Does it seem that what appears to be the next right action and the right choice, best situation, or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turns into the opposite or just disappears into thin air as if you've been tricked? Coyote Spirit Trickster energy is designed to bring you into situations to teach you lessons you have forgotten to learn. Perhaps you need a taste of failure before you experience success, a need to feel disappointment before you can truly appreciate the joy, love, and prosperity that is coming up for you. Perhaps you are revisiting a pattern you forgot wasn't in alignment with the life you are intending to co-create. Being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep you awake and aware of all that is available to you in this moment. Coyote Spirit reminds you to laugh about the unexpected twists, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing your attachments to the form of your desires. Even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour, wondering when you will get back on track to manifesting what you desire, remember that Spirit has a plan and wants what's best for you. Trust in divine order now. Coyote Spirits is a divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. So yeah. And it's interesting how they both coincide with the same message. Luck is on your side. There is a reason why you are needing rest. You're having this nudge to walk in a different path. And maybe person B, if you are person A, either it's kind of like I'm either working together to create, have the courage to work together and bring the connection, weaving, see, and it's funny because it's like weaving the magic, right? You're weaving this connection, weaving the love here. But again, there is a consideration for free will as well. If you are truly being called to step away at this time, maybe there just needs some time to look at the bigger picture. Person A, you may find that you need to, you need to trust in the magic. You need to, dive deeper and take some time to recognize your power and see yourself in that high divine light. And for person B, maybe at this time while they're doing this, to not hold yourself back either and to move forward and maybe revisit this connection in the future. There are no absolutes in this reading. There are no absolutes in life. Anything is possible, but it is up to you to determine your own. You can stay as well. Trust in your intuition, trust in what, these nudges are guiding you to do. And you can't go wrong, Either way, it's going to be a lesson or it's going to feel great, Lessons either feel really shitty or really great. So I feel like just moving forward, instead of staying stagnant and stuck, will definitely help the situation then. And it's always funny when that happens, right? Like you start working on yourself, you start feeling good, and then this person just comes back out of nowhere and you're like, why couldn't you come back when I was feeling like shit? I don't understand. But I can't explain to you why. That's the co-creation with the universe and co-creation with Spirit. So, and it's interesting too. I just saw a quote today. It's like, how do you know what the good days are without some bad days? So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here, Scorpios. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. And let me know in the comments what you think. If this resonated with you, do you feel like you're more person A or B? Or you also don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But yeah, I will see you all in another reading. And please take care, okay? Yep. Bye, Scorpio. Hey, Pisces. Welcome to your love reading. So we're going to look into the connection, the energy surrounding a connection of some sort. So we are going to have person A on this side and person B on this side. I didn't want to specify, that Pisces you or person A or person B. I will leave that to you. But yeah, we're going to look into oracle cards. We're going to look at tarot cards for clarifiers, the connection, and all that fun jazz. So let's look at the energy for person A at this time. Ooh, a time for healing. And then person B's energy at this time. Yeah. All the decks that I use are still in the description box below, but I wanted to do this reading just because, I mean, this is Valentine's Day week, and I wanted to do a love reading and the energy check-in because I didn't want to leave that out for the week. So I was like, I didn't want to do 2 separate videos, so why not combine them into one? I was thinking of doing it in one take, but my phone has decided not to, and this is also retrograde, so I will not complain. This but now I know. So what does person, oh, sorry. What is person B's energy in regards to the connection? Okay, so we have the balsamic moon, a time for healing. Excuse me. And then we have new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. So maybe there's a Libra that has their eyes on person A. So person B may be a Libra. They may have Libra in their chart. You may be a Libra not be a Libra, but have Libra in your charts. I would say sun, moon, or rising, or even Venus, since Venus is the planet of love. So I would take a look at that, whether it's that person or you. The balsamic moon I don't really see a sign. I do see this kind of more for Pisces because I see a lot of this watery energy here. Also because the moon card in general resembles Pisces, but this is the whole Moonology deck. So I'm getting a bit of that Pisces energy here in person A. So immediately the energies I'm getting is a little bit, not unbalanced, but person A, a time for healing, right? Maybe person A has been on their healing journey of some sort. Maybe they've been hurt in the past, and so this is kind of, maybe they're not looking for healing. Maybe I feel like this is more like they're already on like the healing journey, like they've already finished like their healing journey. I mean, the healing journey never really ends, it's continuous, but I feel like they've been healing, they've been doing the work. And for this person B, a new romantic cycle begins. Maybe they've been on a healing journey themselves, and maybe they're finally ready to spin the wheel and go into a new romantic cycle. But let's clarify, let's not get ahead of myself. See what the energy, let's clarify the energy of person A towards person B. What is the energy of person A towards person B? We have the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. So maybe person A may have some earth signs in their chart. Let's do the final energy. The Knight of Cups. That's so sweet. Okay. So there is a romantic attraction I see with this connection. I did say it was a love reading, but I mean, what is love, right? Love can be family love, friend love, but this definitely feels more like a romantic love with this Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups, I feel like, you know, obviously there's like this knight in shining armor on the white horse, and they have like the roses in hand, and you know, the little picnic with the fruit and the little love note. So I definitely see like them wanting to come forward with an offer of love of some kind, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles often resembles a tangible offer, something real, something practical. So maybe a commitment, right? Instead of, you know, just offering a cup of love, like my energetic love, I give you attention, right? Commitment is something tangible, something sturdy, something you can kind of hold on to, right? So the 2 of Pentacles here also talks about balance. So I feel like they're trying to figure out how to offer this love, how to give you this offer. Well, give person B, I don't know why I keep saying giving you, but give person B this offer without causing an imbalance to their healing journey. Because maybe in the past too, person A has given this offer many, many, many times, and then doing so has caused them to go back, and it's kind of like, you know, you give 10 steps and then you go back like 9 steps. because, you know, you weren't focused on, or person A wasn't focused on their healing while they were in this connection, kind of putting their eggs in one basket, and so they're getting hurt, and then kind of having to start all over in the healing process, right? So I'm kind of getting that energy here. But I do feel that person A has love for person B. But let's look at person B for person A, right? Person B's energy towards person A, person B towards person A. Ooh, Six of Swords. Interesting, yep. And that definitely coincides with the new moon in Libra energy, this new romantic cycle. It looks a little dim and dark, but I'll get to that. That's what is the final thing? Final energy for person. Okay. Oh, look at that. 2 knights. So, yeah. I mean, Knight of Wands could be fire sign. So there could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Knight of Cups could have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So very cool. I'm putting my cards to the side first. Looking at the connection already, I definitely see, I mean, this is definitely like a young connection. I mean, or young at heart, because with these 2 knights here. And the knights don't have to be obvious. And it's interesting how there's like a male and a female here. So take that as it resonates. But for person B, now that I've talked about person A, person B, when I said this Six of Swords may seem a little dark, it's because they're coming out of dark times. And I feel like they've come out from the 3, 4, and 5 of Swords, kind of that heartbreak. They've had the rest. They're done with that hostility and conflict. So they're trying to travel to calmer waters. And I feel like that's where this tie-in with this new romantic cycle begins, because they're kind of like, okay, I've picked myself up. I feel like I'm ready for this new romantic cycle. Like with the 7 of Wands here too. The 7 of Wands is like very, like they have been in their bubble. They've been healing. So I feel like you're both on a healing journey, whether you're person A or person B. Person B, they've moved into calmer waters. So they're protecting their energy, and they want to spark this, you know, passion with this new romantic cycle, and, you know, wanting to start this new romantic cycle with this newfound energy and this newfound like sense of peace within them. I feel like it was a long time coming, and I feel like both parties may have had like a little case of immaturity in the past, and kind of wasn't as stable as they wanted to be in the connection. So maybe this might have to do with a past connection, or these 2 people have interacted in the past. I don't feel like this is entirely, this could be new energy too. But when I see this new romantic cycle, I feel like maybe this is a revisit, right? A new romantic cycle. Maybe this person A and person B used to be friends, and there was a separation of some sort, and there's needing to heal on both parties. Whether it's healing because of each other or healing, you know, other things. They could have childhood trauma, but I'm seeing like the wheels kind of turning this way, right? That they've had to kind of be on their own, you know, with this 2 of Pentacles, kind of like pick themselves by the bootstraps, go to clearer waters. If you notice the 6 of Swords, like there's like birds pulling the boat. There's no one else rowing the boat with her. So it's kind of like having spirit guide you and going into that journey of healing into calmer waters. Also like pulling you to shore, because I am kind of seeing this kind of little yellowish area as like the beach. So I feel like it's pulling you to shore. And because of that, you kind of went into this mode, if you're person B, going into this mode of like serenity, finding your peace, finding peace when people are trying to constantly come at you. And this, yeah, so that's interesting. I see that. Let's look into the connecting energies. I don't want to make this reading too long, because I could go on and on and on about this connection. But I do see some fires, like it's a little fire and water here. So lovely energy. There's definitely passion from person B to person A. There's definitely a feeling of love from person A to person B. But what else is a connecting energy? What is the connecting energy of person A and person B? Pisces. We have the wheel. So the Wheel of Fortune. That is cool. It's good luck. I also am kind of getting on like a little side note from the Knight of Wands here. Maybe it wasn't even. This also might be a new person too, or a revival, because when I see this too, the Knight of Wands, she's like, I'm getting like going to the beat of her own drum. So she's kind of, this is kind of like an independent person B. Yeah. And I feel like person A has been trying to like juggle certain things. This is definitely more like earthly healing, like maybe financial or something like that, but they have like love in mind too. And with the wheel being here, I feel like, see, it's turning the wheel, a new romantic cycle, a time for healing. And maybe it's a time for healing for this connection in general, right? The wheel is turning this way now. Instead of this way and turning their own way, it's turning this way. So that's amazing. What else is in the connection for person A and person B? Nine of Cups, self-fulfillment. It's amazing. Self-fulfillment for both parties. That's a beautiful. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that gave me like, oh, and on the back of the deck, 10 of Cups. That's, I mean, look at that. Like, self-fulfillment from both parties brings fulfillment for, like, self-fulfillment in each party brings fulfillment in the connection. That's beautiful. So let's look into, I don't really have much to say about it because look at it. It's so successful. Like, it's both, like, feeling so free to, like, in the connection, feeling good within the connection. I mean, that's beautiful. Feeling like you can be yourself in the connection, it's kind of like, instead of, I know it's when you say it's like, oh, my other half, but I definitely feel like two whole people coming together, like after like the time of healing, like it's like two, maybe not even whole people, right? Because the knights aren't exactly kings or queens yet, but this is kind of like two, like, growing people coming together to create more growth, which is, I love that. I'm seeing a beautiful garden here of love, of a connection. Oh, this makes me feel good. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm feeling good from this connection, from this reading. So let's look at some advice. Maybe this hasn't come up yet, but this is definitely how two people feel about each other, whether it is expressed or not. There is definitely this feeling, like when you're together, you feel like you're on top of the world. You feel like things are turning in your favor. Let's look at a message. Some advice from Spirit about this connection. What is some advice from Spirit about this connection? Truth. It says, when everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. So it's very interesting that the Truth card came out in regards to this, in regards to the truth, the connecting message. Because I feel like, too, that the wheel, like I said, the wheels were turning here, and the wheel was turning here in terms of their individual healing. And connected, they like feel like the connection could have this great turning point. But you have to be honest with each other, right? You can't say, oh, well, pretend to offer this cup of love when you're not ready for it yet, because this is still a general reading. Like, be honest with yourself about how you feel about this connection, first of all, and also putting into consideration the truth of you, whether in this person whether it regards to, maybe this is an old person, and maybe you're like, you've had to take a long time to heal from this connection, right? You have finally gotten to shore from the rocky waters of this person that had to heal, had to take their own time for healing, and you finally got to this place of peace, and you're going to the beat of your own drum. Like I said, from that too, because I'm picking up a couple messages for this reading. But, and maybe, see, because this person is not looking in this person's direction anymore. They're looking away. They're looking towards themselves, person B. And maybe you don't even want this person anymore, right? It's like maybe you've been feeling like this person has been juggling two things for so long, and that it's like, oh, now you want to come back with this tangible offer? I've already done all my healing. I'm ready. I'm good to go, right? So it definitely depends, and it's very circumstantial. So please take that as it resonates, and that may not be for everyone, right? But being honest when it comes to how you feel in a connection, does this person make you feel more fulfilled within yourself as well? Is it self-fulfillment or is it codependency, right? Do you only feel good because this person is giving you attention, or does this person inspire you to fill your own cup still, right? That's where this truth card comes into play. That's where the advice about this connection is, because as I see it it could be very auspicious. The wheel could be turning in your favor, but the wheel could also be turning in your favor individually as well. So it just depends on your situation and the truth for you. But you have to be honest with yourself, right? Speak the truth to yourself at least. Be honest with yourself at least when it comes to this connection. And maybe it's a different romantic cycle that you're ready for, right? And until then, you're like, I'm just going to I'm going to go to the beat of my own drum in the meantime. And maybe this Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups can also resemble kind of like they're like one above a page, but they're not like the most mature, and they could still be a bit immature, or they could still not exactly have the most emotional intelligence as of yet, or like, emotional stability. So this could still be like some wishy-washy, especially with this Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is all about balance, right? So this person A could have a lot of strong feelings for person B, but they're still juggling this healing and, So again, this could definitely differ for any situation, but there is love here. There is common ties to both people. So that's what I see. Let's look at the final oracle cards. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and I'm just going to pull one for each person for their own advice. So what spirit animal is with person A? This one wanted to come out. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. And it's funny because I feel like with the turtles remind me of earth signs, because earth signs are super slow. They're like the slowest sign of, all the other signs. I mean, if you think about it, right? A tree grows so much slower than a fire burns it down, and then a water floods, and then air blows it away, right? So turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. 62. 6 minutes. And reducing it down to 8. So also the Two of Pentacles can be an 8, which is the infinity sign as well. It could be, they could very well be in this person A. If you're person A, you could very well be in this still state of healing, and you're not ready for this offer yet. Even if you want it, you might not be ready. So slow and steady, allow yourself to take things at your own pace. But I also go into the book too, because I love the way that the book describes the cards. So what is person B's spirit animal? What spirit animal is with person B at this time? What spirit is with person B at this time? Okay, this one. Mouse spirit, that's cute. It says 10 to the small things. Number 40, so reducing it down to 4. And it's very funny because it's like, this gives me like the Four of Wands kind of a, I guess, sign or image in my head, vision. I'm seeing the Four of Wands. So tending to the small things. So let's read into the book. 62. This says, Turtle Spirit arrives to remind you that when you do what you need to do, putting in one foot in front of the other and trusting that you will see your intentions manifest in perfect timing, your prosperity and love will grow exponentially. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it almost feels as if you're not moving at all. This may be a time to crawl before walking. Take your time to align with Turtle Spirit's place as you contemplate this road you are on. doing what you need to do in the small moment that will soon pass. Turtle Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best action is to slow right down. So if you're not doing enough, know that simply being aware of what's happening right now may be an important step towards determining whether you need to pivot or simply keep putting one foot in front of the other. True love and true success comes with patience, says Turtle Spirit. Focus on the now and the next step will be clear. And it's really interesting because the Knight of Cups, like I said, could be a bit of an immature of an energy as well. Person A could want to like rush in with this offer of commitment, but they're still imbalanced or trying to balance things with themselves. So maybe person A, Spirit is kind of asking person A to like take it easy. Turtles also, whenever I see turtles, I think of like slow and steady, but also going with the current. Turtles go very far with very minimal effort in the sense that, when they're swimming, they come across a current and then they just go into the current and the current takes them. And, they don't fatigue out, they don't like burn out, and they just keep going. So I feel like, yeah, that definitely aligns with person A. And person B is number 40. Tend to the small things. The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and Mouse Spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as a small voice inside of you that says, "This doesn't feel right." Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. There is some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you've too readily dismissed as nothing big or nothing special. Mouse Spirit reminds you that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think. So look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. So that definitely aligns with this truth card here too. Like, there is a, a good connection to both. But don't ignore like the red flags. And also too, like when I see the Six of Swords and Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands, this is all very solo dolo energy, I feel like. And there needs to be like, the Libra is all about balance too. And I feel like instead of like tending to the small things is looking at things and looking at the details. Whereas I feel like these are pretty almost like more drastic moves, in my opinion. Like the Seven of Wands, when I see here, it's like just a bubble, like almost like nothing can penetrate it, nothing can go in. But it also allows you to notice like what this one wand that is like poking through. You're able to notice it because you're in your space, it is clear. Right? In your space, it's kind of like you can feel like a mouse move. You can, so that's really interesting. I love that. Yeah. And also like, see, person A may want to rush in, but they may not be ready, or they, like I said, they might have like a lot of imbalances in them too. So being honest with how they are as well. And if you feel like they're not, or you don't want that energy because they're rushing in too much and maybe they're not exactly ready for it yet, to be clear and to be truthful and have honest communication about these. Because again, these small things may become big things, right? Maybe you end up tying it down, or person B ties it down with person A, and because they weren't exactly ready yet, like they're like, oh, I just, like they had the time to offer to give you this picnic and this bouquet of roses, but maybe person A isn't even ready for commitment of that sort, but they think they are. So it's kind of like seeing the red flags, right? Maybe this person A is like charming you, but then is like, okay, maybe secretly charming someone else, right? Juggling two things. So don't ignore the red flags. Attend to the small things, person B and person A. Take things steady, right? The Ace of Pentacles is also about slow growth. The Ace of Pentacles is like planting a seed. So you're planting roots. If you want something to be stable, you got to let those roots plant, right? You got to let those roots grow and roots nourish. And maybe person A, if you're rushing in, trying to like force the connection to work before person B is ready for it, is kind of like forcing this Ace of Pentacles to bloom when it's not ready. Forcing yourself to bloom as well when you're not ready. So be honest with this connection. Be honest with yourself and with your truth. And I feel like that's going to bring like this much better outcome in the connection, right? There needs to be some truth in the connection. And maybe even if you're not ready and you're explaining and you are truthful to person B about your unreadiness, and person B is willing to work with person A, then, you know, maybe you guys can work together and continuously to work on yourselves, but together, right? It's not saying that it's impossible. Like you have to be alone and you have to work by yourself and be 100% ready for a connection. No, you can definitely work on it together, but just be honest and upfront about it. Like, hey, I still have a lot of things I need to work on, but if you're willing to work with me on it, you know? And same with person B. Don't ignore it and just be like, oh, that's fine. If it's really truly like that nudge is asking you to bring it up and it's like, oh, this is bothering me, like maybe it's like leaving the socks by the door, right? And not like ever putting in the laundry basket or something. And it's like, okay, that's a little weird. Or maybe you go on that date, right? And they're like, you know, being rude to the waiter. And it's not just like once, but you go on a couple of dates and you start to notice it. And it's kind of just like, hey, what are you doing? You know, bring that up to them instead of just waving that off, because that may end up, you know, circling, because now they think that, you know, that action is acceptable to you. So then more things start piling up. Same thing with the laundry analogy I was mentioning earlier. What if it's one sock, right? Oh, that's fine. And then it ends up being like their shirt, their jacket's on the floor. More things are on the floor and you're just there picking up after them. So that's what I see for this connection. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here because I can keep going. I feel like I'll just dive into a rabbit hole and I do not want to do that to you all. So I'm going to end this reading here. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way through, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel if this reading resonated with you. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I keep doing this style of reading? I do enjoy it. This is kind of fun. I do dive a little too deep because there's a lot, especially for me, reading for like one collective is a lot, and then reading for two collectives is kind of a lot too. So yeah, but let me know and I will see you all in another reading. Okay, take care, Pisces. Bye.